Jesse. Welcome back to our next this episode five, I think, of Queens of Tart. Where you gone?
Oh, where have I gone? Hello. Now I'm trying to
Hello,
figure it out.
hello. Anybody out there?
Is anyone there? Oh gosh, I don't know how to
What
work this
happened?
thing.
Where's your
Sorry,
camera
everyone.
go?
It's put me in drive safety mode. Okay, there
Oh,
we
there we
go.
go. There we
Perfect.
go.
I figured it
Well,
out, folks. Okay, lovely. Hello.
just for the uninitiated.
I am here. And now she's disappearing. It's a disappearing act.
Well, just for the uninitiated, which is me, for Shirley, is Alana is going back to her original name,
I know, yes.
which
We were
isn't
sort of
that different. She's just Jessalana, as
Just
very
Alana. Yeah,
Alana
I was
Kay.
sort of saying to Tracy, because I sorted, what do you call it? Like an alias or something, or you have like another
Alias.
alias, alias for like your acting stuff. And to be honest, yeah, I just thought, nah, just bring my original name back into the game. It works,
Oh,
Just Alana.
yeah.
Say
Well,
what you were saying.
Jesse, there you go.
Just say. Speaking of disappearing, you can do that now because what is coming into the world? We were going to talk about, say, AI.
Oh, yes, of course we are.
So technically,
Um,
you can disappear and you don't even have to be on a screen anymore. You can program something else to do it for you.
well, yeah, you can. You were talking about that. Now, I didn't bring her up because I'll tell you why. I
Yeah,
am sick and tired of promoting things that I don't like.
exactly. And I don't
For
blame you
any
for that.
reason. And
Yeah.
this is the complaints department. Granted, I can make AI make me look freaking marvelous at some point. Put my teeth back in my head and take away all the wrinkles and yeah. But that's not actually the AI that they're doing right now, is it? You were talking
No.
about that Instagram influencer hosty persony thing.
It yes, it's actually quite terrifying what's going on. So they have AI influencers now. So you don't even have to be an influencer these days. They can basically take this AI avatar and they can edit them into any background they want, anywhere around the world. They can make them look however they want, and that is starting to gain a massive following. So the irony of this, with influencers saying, "Oh, I can make money off being an influencer because I have a big following." The irony of that now being, well, guess what? You're being replaced by AI. And
So
the
yeah,
thing about,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
the AI, and guess what? They can look young and hot forever
Yeah,
because
and
they don't need to age.
essentially, and if anybody wants to send out a message, be it a political party or
Yeah.
advertising or whatever, they can create any AI and they can do it themselves for a lot cheaper. There's no marketing required.
Hmm. Hmm.
They don't need sponsors because they themselves are the company. It's their sort of like the AI is whatever is their marketing department. So maybe the marketing department has a job.
Yes. Yeah. And it's interesting because you can just sort of, with the mechanisms that we have today, with from that chat, whatever it's called, you can generate any kind of image. All you have to do, and I've even used it for the play that I'm writing, only because it's quick and instant. It's like, hey, I want an image to describe this monologue here, or give me an image to set up this scene, and you could literally just type it in, or describe it to this AI bot, and it will just do it for you. So it's so easy and accessible for people to do that now, right?
That's true, but it doesn't always give you exactly what you want.
Yeah,
You're
that's
more
true.
likely to get exactly what you want by having an artist draw it for you
Yeah.
than getting AI to draw it because AI doesn't understand the nuances we put. I mean, I was trying to get a logo for from TML and I put the logo in and I was trying to get it to do things. And while it did some very interesting stuff, I'm not saying it wasn't interesting, it wasn't what I wanted. It was not what I was looking for.
Interesting. Okay.
And I was reading somewhere today about this
Yeah.
woman who wanted to just clear the background behind a photo of her daughter, so it was a white background.
Yeah.
Eventually, she came up with a white background, but her daughter was a boy.
So it just
I mean, there's AI
changed
saying,
a
"Oh, AI
gender.
can't get it wrong." AI gets it wrong all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
You
It's
know,
it's so interesting though. Like even AI has taken. You remember the whole mukbang thing? The whole mukbang thing where people go onto YouTube or they go onto their Instagram, they go onto TikTok and they just eat for the sake of eating because people
yeah.
like the ASMR to it, right? You could
Uh,
do that with AI now. They have mukbang AI
well,
videos.
there goes the porno industry.
There you go, exactly. Well, that's it. There's actual
One are in
virtual
fact,
word people.
and the thing is they really don't know. I mean, here's the other thing. AI turns a single bullet point into a long email I can pretend I wrote. And then on the other side
Mhm.
it goes, AI makes a single bullet point out of this long email I can pretend to I read.
Yes.
And
I
here's the
mean, that-
thing. I mean, you've got another one. Unfortunately, it was one of those ones that didn't fit onto the page. The writing just disappeared. But it's a case of you've got 4,000 word essay to be written for university, and you
Mhm.
haven't done it, and it's due tomorrow. And they've got this train like broken up at the 4,000 word part. And underneath it, they've got this other locomotive train coming through, having done the 4,000 word essay. Thing
Yeah.
is if you haven't got the knowledge to do it yourself, AI is just going to fill in the gaps you missed, which means it's going to lie to you, which means
Hmm.
the content of your essay is fucked.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know?
Pretty much.
Or it's going to be the same as somebody else's who's put the same parameters in. So it samifies everything, which essentially means AI is plagiarizing its own work.
Yeah.
You cannot, I mean, if you cannot use Wikipedia at university for reference purposes, which you're not allowed to do. I know this. I found out the hard way. Back in the day. You cannot then use AI, which has been thrown at information from around the world from 7 billion plus users and what have you, plus being trained by people who actually don't understand half the stuff that's coming in here. Um, you're going to get this either plagiarism or incorrect information or
Hmm.
I mean, a lawyer recently used one. He used AI to do his. He found out that the
Wow.
AI doesn't know his law, but he didn't bother to read it to double check. You still have
Wow.
to edit AI.
Wow. So even a lawyer is using that programming.
Oh yeah,
That's
but they're
crazy.
thinking that they can. The
Yeah.
problem is, I think that they've deluded themselves into
Hmm.
believing that when you're doing this stuff using your AI, that this what does this say? So basically, you develop a powerful AI,
Hmm.
you teach it to write code. You then have the AI replace you as developer. You know, whether you're creating it or you're writing the code, the AI is essentially you're trying to get it to replace you, which on a psychological level is a whole other point altogether.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty
you,
much. It's kind of scary, isn't it?
well, you
And it's
think of
quite terrifying.
humanity. You think of
Yeah.
humanity without purpose,
Hmm.
without, and it's not just arty. Oh, you can be arty, you can be creative, you can do whatever you like. If you're arty, you're very focused on your art, which means you have one topic of subject to discuss. That is it. That is you focusing on your art. You're not experiencing the world around you. You're not living a life. AIs do
No.
all the freaking jobs and nobody is actually experiencing this shit. Have you ever watched Star Trek?
Oh, yes, I've seen Star Trek for sure.
Have
Classic.
you seen the episodes where they end up on this planet where it is ruled by some computerized AI digital device?
I don't know if I quite remember that episode because it's been so long since I
They've
watched
had a
Star Trek.
couple of them from the 60s. I remember one from the 60s, one from the 90s, Voyager, you know, there's so
Mm.
many of them. They land on this planet and it's got this AI, or
Yeah.
this automated technical device. But the AI everything breaks down, which means the society breaks down.
Mm.
They don't know how to function. They don't know how what the buttons are for because the people who used to do this work are dead, and nobody trained anybody else to do this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
kind of like how I see the future of AI on planet Earth. We'll forget
Speak.
how to do things because we'll at the point forget how to press a freaking button.
Pretty much. It's speaking of Star Trek and that sort of thing. Star Wars, before they bought all this CGI in, they actually used to paint the scenery, and you've actually got artists paint this. And it's so sad because the demand for artists and designers, unfortunately, will probably eventually go out the window.
Yeah, because
And
you're
it's
relying on
scary as
coders to
actors as
code the
well.
algorithms to make the art.
Yeah. And it's scary as an actor as well, because, well, who's to say that they want to spend X amount on, let's just use a random name, Charlize Theron, where you can
They're
just
already
copy and
doing
paste.
it, where they just
Yeah,
copy and paste the background actors all over the freaking place.
pretty much.
You know,
Yeah.
they've got a group, they've got a picture. Yay, you've all been paid so much money, but we needed so many thousands, so we'll just copy and paste you all over the place. Oh,
Yeah.
we do that in post editing, by the way.
It's so terrifying to me. And it's just the amount of loss of jobs that's going to be happening, you know. Like, design, as I said, designers and artists, like graphic designers, right? I actually was speaking to this person in the last salon I worked, and they decided to go into hair because as a graphic designer, you won't
Not, you
believe.
cannot replace a
Even said,
hairstylist
yeah,
with AI.
exactly. So he even said graphic design and the production of AI. So I'm going to go into the hair world now, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. I mean, but I can't actually read it on here, so I'm hoping on a big screen that doesn't actually pop out. But
Mhm.
jobs that will survive AI automation, and they include building, construction.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work that AI is not going to be, even though you can have machines helping you, AI can't actually achieve the aim.
Mhm.
Your creative, like your chefs, your hairdressers, your hairstylists, those kind of things, and
There you
nurses,
go.
doctors, plumbers.
That's true. That's
Plumbers
terrifying to
cannot be
me.
replaced by AI.
Imagine a
Electricians
robot
cannot be
trying to do
replaced by AI.
yeah, imagine a robot trying to do a brain surgery.
Well, actually,
That's
no.
terrifying to think.
They have got very fine tools, tech tools that can do amazing things in surgery. But at the same time, it cannot operate alone.
Mm.
Because at the end of the, I mean, here's another one. Let me just find this other picture here. Oh, I have so many of them. Get confused at which one I want to use. Uh, there's this one, first of all. I've been trying to learn human emotions today. My update just removed them for efficiency. So, ergo, if the AI was actually doing the operation, I'm not going to bother trying saving the cell. I'm not going. He's going to die anyway. They'll just wipe it out. Unlike a doctor who'll take on those emotions and will try to the nth degree to save that person. AI
Yeah,
doesn't get it. That's an AI joke.
yeah, there
Used
you
by
go.
AI.
Well, I take pride in the fact that, when I was growing up, we did everything ourselves. We did like, in school, we did our own research, we gathered our own resources, and we wrote our own thesis and essays.
And
And
we
lo,
weren't allowed to use a calculator even.
yeah, you weren't even allowed to use a calculator. And there was like that rare exception where you could use a calculator. They'd sometimes allow that. But like these days, kids and people, even university, whatever, all kinds of students, they could probably just use this program to write an essay. Give me an essay of 100 pages, and you can actually design the type of way that it's delivered. So make it sound more casual or make it sound more formal. So you can even customize to make it probably sound a bit more like you, which is actually so sad to me because even the play that I'm writing, I've wrote everything by myself. I haven't used any of the chat thing. I've used it. It's all come from my own memory, my own mind. If I want to, I could say, oh, maybe check the grammar, but I haven't used that tool at all to write this because I want it to be authentic and I want it to be
Yeah.
mine. There's so many people out there who there's lots
Take
of practicing
shortcuts. You've got
students.
people who've been lying on their resumes for the last 50 years to get fancy jobs
Oh
and high
gosh,
salaries.
even teachers are
It's
probably
so
using
easy
it.
for some people to lie.
Oh
Honesty
gosh, yeah.
is a rare freaking commodity in business.
Hmm. Even teachers are probably using it to do lesson plans.
Well, here's the
Yeah.
thing. I remember back when I was at university back and when did they have this? They were bitching and moaning at university about having lectures recorded, almost for
Mm.
hybrid learning, which I
Mm.
don't have a problem with because I have done both long distance and in-class learning when it comes to higher learning.
Yeah.
And in-class learning is nicer because you've got so many other people that you can collaborate with. Doing long distance is harder because you don't have that collaboration. You have your
No.
lecturers, but that is all you have.
Mm.
Um, and hybrid learning is great when people are sick or can't get to school with weather related, winter, or like in Australia where they're so freaking far apart they can't get there. This is good for that. But the teachers were already moaning about hybrid learning replacing them. Why on earth would they want AI learning to replace them or AI lecturers to replace them? They couldn't even at the time stand hybrid learning or long distance learning and using those same lectures from class for your long distance learners or allowing like Zoom can do, like allowing that whole ability to allow people to use Zoom or some electric means to actually be within the actual lecture hall at the time it's happening is far more educational, far more
Absolutely.
interactive. And you say you're interacting with some AI thing. Did you see the recent South Park episode?
I haven't seen South
Oh
Park in a
God, a
minute.
spoiler alert.
I need to catch up with South Park. I
Okay,
do.
spoiler alert. It's about one of the fathers chatting to GPT or whoever he's talking to. I can't remember specifically. You're not allowed to mention names. But he's got his wife sitting in the bed and he's asking AI for advice. You totally, and the AI is not actually giving its advice. It is just it's giving the answers the person wants to hear.
Hmm.
AI is a liar. It
Yeah,
doesn't know what to say, so it just makes you feel better about what you're saying. It's part of the echo chamber.
yeah,
Any chamber you're in is just going to have AI echoing it.
yeah, yeah.
You've got you've got people in, and I'm not saying, as I said last time, you've got people in Africa who linguistically are far more advanced because they speak more than one language than, say,
Hmm.
for us in Britain or the USA or somewhere like that. But at the same time, their experiences of life is very different. They don't have the same driving laws, they don't have the same laws, they don't have the same experience in their families and lives as we do. We all have different experiences based on where we live.
Absolutely.
When you're having AI being taught by foreigners from another country and trying to transpose that, it doesn't work. It's like turning around and saying that the IQ that an African has a lower IQ because he doesn't understand the basis of it. It's not that. It's just different.
Mm.
And you've got a lot of stupid, and they're doing it because it's cheap.
Yeah,
They're doing it because it's cheap. I mean, if Torora wants to catch people doing bad things, that would be another one.
yeah. Yeah, and exactly. Well, that's it. There's a demand for, saving money probably. 10 jobs AI can replace it. Exactly, because you don't have to, especially in factory work, and I feel really sorry for these guys. We saw it with the self-checkout thing. You barely get cashiers these days. But in a factory, why would an employer want to hire, let's say, 20 people to stock and reload, where you can get a big robot machine to do it for you? A big arm to just
Well, here's the other thing.
yeah.
It's you've got to remember, and I say this all the time, and so does everybody in the IT community. GIGO, garbage in, garbage out.
Mm.
So, I mean, it's bad enough when humans are doing those pick and pulls and sending off to clients. And then they say, oh, we'll send a replacement. It's a total wrong thing. Nobody actually wants the thing they send, but they're sending the replacement because they've got to come up with a balance.
Hmm.
They don't want to differentiate from the amount that they've already been paid on the freaking credit card. And the AI or a machine is not going to do it better
That's true. Yeah.
because they're only going to do it based on the information put into it by a human, taught by a human. Humans are
Hmm.
fallible.
Yeah.
I mean, saying that we are perfect, there's a zero defect on humanity, and whatever it makes is an
Hmm.
impossibility because the humans that make it are flawed.
Yeah.
All we can ever do is try our best to achieve our best.
That's what you can do.
Exactly. And when you don't and it's all facade, it just falls down quicker. And the
Yes.
AI is all facade.
Yes. Yeah. And it's some of it's really quite interesting. You've got all of these videos, and sometimes AI can maybe get it right. But I was just thinking about what you said earlier, that sometimes AI can get extremely wrong. You see some of the weirdest shit that AI comes up with on TikTok and Instagram, and it's just so bizarre looking. So, yeah, jobs that AI is less likely to replace, exactly. Technology, education, even public health and safety. And when you were talking about,
Physical labor.
yeah,
Anything that needs
physical labor.
physical labor, they're not going to be able to do. And anything in sustainability in the environment, AI can do nothing. And
Yes.
you've got
Yeah.
to remember, we use all our tech to design some wonderful engineering things, right? And
Hmm.
then they come out with something like the Three Gorges Dam or this huge, magnificent bridge that China is building at the moment. But nature, the environment, took out this marvel of engineering. It decimated the Three Gorges Dam. They've done this beautiful, beautiful. it's an amazing feat of a bridge that lifts up boats and moves it along. But they haven't taken into consideration the environment.
Mm.
It may last 100 years if nothing goes wrong. But all it takes is one environmental disaster in nearby, and that bridge is FUBAR.
Yeah,
Totally
yeah,
FUBAR.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And well, I must say, I'm glad that, AI won't replace all things. You can't imagine AI sort of doing like a brain surgery, could you? I
No,
mean, you
well,
could try and
no,
imagine,
because
but
you
it's
still
probably
need that.
scary.
You need that pinpoint precision. I
Well,
mean, they
that's
do,
it.
as I said, they do have some great technical tools, but you
Hmm.
need the hand of the human. I mean,
Absolutely.
they said here, I mean, most of the jobs that I do are replaceable. I should just think about it. Telemarketing, bookkeeping. Now, bookkeeping is numbers. Algorithms
Mm,
are pretty good at numbers. It's not pretty. Proofreaders, I have a problem with because you've got it set to, especially in America and Britain, you've got it set to Americanese, which means no wonder the freaking well editing and proofreading is wrong if you've got AI doing it.
mm,
Americans do not understand the language of English. They do not understand the grammar. You know, the semicolons, the colons, the commas, the full stops, the exclamation marks. Half of them have never used them because they've only ever worked on a frickin' mobile phone. And they don't use them in text because it's seen as loud or hard or wimp. I don't know. So people are fuck.
mm. Yeah,
Advertising, salespeople. It can't really do salespeople if those sales require people to go on site. So
yeah,
if you've got a salesperson who's coming to do something at your house, I'll do that. But
it
it
is.
does have more people doing volunteer work and not getting paid for it. That's what it has.
That's true. That's true. Yes, I must say there are things that AI can easily replace, which is a shame. Like you can, I do worry for, as I said, that gentleman that I was speaking about earlier about the whole AI and graphic design. That is quite scary. There probably will be a decline with that sort of thing, and with writing and stuff. But yes,
Well,
it's
here's the thing. They've got to
yeah.
hear 10 jobs they think AI can replace. Now think about it. If we're all still in offices, which they
Mhm.
want people to get back to because they keep on building these fucking offices, they're going to need receptionists.
Yes, yeah.
Granted, you could have a little laptopy machine there with a face on it saying, "Hello, I'm an AI, whatchamacallit." People do not like that.
No,
It's it's
no.
it's novel as a one-off. But if that was in every reception, they would get PO'd. They don't even like
Mhm.
speaking to an electronic machine or an answering machine. Why would they want to have a face-to-face conversation with them that as a receptionist?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Couriers, they've got those little roboty things that they carry around. What? They are too slow.
Hmm.
You know, you can't have them speed it up. They'll kill people,
It's true.
you know.
Absolutely.
And then you've got, what else have they got here? Telemarketing. The only thing good about telemarketing is no human will ever be sworn at again, but a bunch of computers will be. A lot of AI will be sworn at. That I can promise you.
Yeah.
Bookkeeping and clerks, as I said, that's possibly easy. I mean, most of us do it on Excel anyway, and we're not freaking bookkeepers.
Yeah.
Compensation and benefits managers. They can't even get their computer programs to operate properly to manage those systems. How on earth are they going to get AI to do it? Don't make me freaking laugh. SAP barely works. That's the back office thing for half of the businesses around. And they are constantly trying to find new ways to fix it because it's never worked. Our tech is buggy. Buggy, buggy, buggy.
Yeah.
Market research analysts.
Buggy, buggy.
They can
Yeah.
analyze all they like, but unless you've got observational analysis, you've got nothing. Numbers are fine, but numbers aren't people. People aren't numbers. Advertising, yeah, most of our advertising is pretty dull and boring anyway. Some of the more interesting stuff that does come out with the human nuances, AI is not going to get. It'll twist it, it'll pervert it to the point that nobody understands it.
Yes. Yeah.
Retail salespeople, please. I would rather go into a shop and talk to a person. Who wants to talk to AI in a shop? Unless I'm in a virtual shop, and then why am I there buying shit? Why am I spending money on stuff that doesn't exist? This is the
Well,
question I ask
yeah,
myself.
it's also I think it's less personable, right? It's still nice to talk to someone. You
It
you
is. I
tend
mean,
to miss that human
it's why I
interaction.
go to the store
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
into the
exactly.
bank, you
It's
know.
Yeah,
I do these things at least once a month. I have to go
yeah,
twice a month. I have to go to the shops at least,
yeah.
very least. The bank I try to go, and even if I'm only going to the ATM, I will go.
Hmm. Yes.
And at this particular moment, our computer is telling us your meeting will end in 10 minutes. That's the AI for you.
But there you go. And
Algorithms. Eh.
it exactly. And it's interesting because all of these things, it's like, okay, yes, there's advances and there's some benefits to AI. But what I worry about is that it's that human disconnection that I worry about as well.
You can't see
Yeah.
the writing on this, but this is another one. The brain, the original computing device.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, Ada Lovelace would be freaking out right now where her imaginings have come up to. I think she was
Mhm.
probably warning us of AI back then as well. But I mean, I've got some great memes here. What's this one? This is the logic of sort of like the Vulcans from Star Trek again. You know, very
Mhm.
logical, like AI, very logical. But unlike AI, Vulcans still have emotions. They just suppress them.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they've got this. Well, insights. Only way to keep EA from taking your job is to use AI to do your job better.
That's so sad to me when I think of it like that, though. It's quite sad.
5,000 years of accumulated human knowledge and know-how. ChatGPT. Anyway, you have a look at these memes. You can go anywhere on the Google net. The Google net is
Mhm. It has these accumulated human knowledge and know-how. ChatGPT.
and
Yes.
AI never gets
AI
anything wrong. Look
research
at
now.
that.
Yeah.
You're
AI
absolutely
machine
right.
learning. You're
Was
absolutely
a
right. There was a
mistake in the
mistake.
previous explanation. You're right. I
Mhm.
made an error. And that's AI telling you it fucked up.
Mhm.
Or is
There
this
you
one?
go. Even AI is admitting you're like, actually, you're right. I did kind of screw that up.
Exactly. You know, take a look at all of that and there you go. But right now, I'm going to have to remind all our viewers that they do have to like and subscribe to us to get
Like and
more of our
subscribe.
tarty
We
information.
Yes, we aim to be here every week, or at least not every week,
Well,
every other
no, no,
week with
no.
a new hot
Don't make
topic to talk
promises.
about.
Don't make promises.
Don't
We've
make
been
promises. Get them out while we can, or when we can, basically.
exactly, exactly. It's still telling me that it'll end in 10 minutes. What's the bet? Suddenly we'll go and we'll cut off entirely and there'll be nothing there to see. So right now, yeah, I'm going to switch off, I think. Bye, everyone. Please do like and
Bye,
subscribe.
everyone.
We are the Queens of Tart.
Enjoy us
Bye.
next time. Au revoir.